What's going on, YouTube world? I'm that dude named Dave, and I'm back with another reaction video. But before I get started here, let's do the quick house cleaning. Click on like and subscribe and click on that bell notification below. Why? Let's just be honest. You see the stats. I'm a struggle streamer, part of Struggle Stream Nation. So go ahead and help me out, and I'll give you guys a few seconds to click on those few buttons there. All right, good. That was a few seconds here. So you already know why you're here. You saw the title, you clicked on the thumbnail. We have another Kevin Samuels video here. So without me talking here, let's get to the clip.
Okay, well, let's go on the other side. An average or an above average man. Average man makes $40,500. Would you date an average man? Seriously?
Can you do it?
I have.
No.
Can I?
Would you marry an average man?
Yeah, but you marry him.
Yes.
Okay.
That means you'd have to work and bring home substantial money. Because
Yes.
your lifestyle and his lifestyle are different. You'd be the breadwinner. You would do that.
That's why I feel toggled between the two, and that's why I work my business right now, because I tried dating guys that were, I guess you would say the average blue collar.
The answer is no or yes.
Can you ask the question one more time?
We know the
I'm sorry.
answer,
Would you decrease
fellas.
your lifestyle and your standard of living to marry an average man?
No, I would not decrease my lifestyle.
All right, so this is the problem. Women in your age, too old, your standards are too high, your standard of living is too high, and you've outpaced the market. You don't know what the men do. You know, yes, attorneys, but even you talk about specialized attorneys. You're talking about people.
So real fast here, I hate to stop here, but we just saw here, he asked her a basic question. This is the problem that we have with our fellas today. Men who are honest working guys who make an honest living, they may not, when we talk about high value or high earner, there are two separate things here. He may not be high earner, and these women are bypassing these good men here. That's the problem we're seeing here. He asked her a simple question and she can't do it. It's her miss, but let's continue on and see what Mr. Samuels has to say here.
People in the service class, and they're servicing the elite. That's a very, very small group. The group they service is small, and the group that services them even smaller.
Yeah.
And what they don't go looking for is a partner. And they don't just go looking for DNA. They tend to go looking for women who are housewives, who are going to provide them a quality of life. You are effectively a luxury room in another bill. No shade, because homeschool, but you want a nanny, you want a housekeeper. So your job description is going to be, I have sex with my husband and I produce his children. And then after the second child is produced, then what?
Do we really want that, fellas? Let's be honest here. Do we want our ladies? That's all she is. If we establish ourselves that we have cooks, we have, someone who takes care of the house for the cleaning, just I'm working, I'm providing for her, you say for yourself here, and all she is just laying on her back and she's just popping out two kids. No, we need a little bit more than that here. And so this is what modern women are showing us, that they're not wanting to put in the work. We are building ourselves to be the better men, but what are they bringing to the table? What you have to bring more than what she's offering here, and Mrs. Samuels is telling that here. Let's get back to the clip.
What is your job after the second child is produced? Someone is in the house taking care of it. Somebody is in the house raising it. What do you do? Because you don't want to pay more than 10%.
10%.
Can I share some?
Yeah, but hello. Go ahead.
So when I tried dating guys that were like the last gentleman that I was dating, he was a truck driver. And what was coming up was he was expressing that just the way I dress and put myself together, he was intimidated by the way I put myself together. And although I was okay with meeting him where he was at, it became a problem. And so through that journey and kind of looking back at it, I felt like I had to level up my standards, because I felt like I kept coming against a wall when I am trying to date somebody for just truly getting to know them.
Well, the problem isn't the truck driver.
Well, before Kevin Samuels here, like, okay, you are an attractive woman. Baby girl's kind of cute. I mean, You know, and maybe she dresses up in a certain style that is probably high class and high fashion. But I have an idea what Kevin's going to say here, but that's on the guy. Then he's a truck driver. He's on the road every day. And if you're dressed glammed up, you know, it's two separate worlds here. You know, I mean, you're a trophy, but he driving the big rig, baby. So, you know, I mean, you probably just picked the wrong guy in your scenario here. You don't need a truck driver if you're going to be wearing the Gucci, you know. But let's see what Kevin has to say here.
But the problem is why, and when you were 22 years old, weren't you looking to be married?
I was looking to get married.
Okay. You've been engaged?
Yes, I have.
Who called up the engagement?
I did.
Why?
Of course.
It was emotionally abusive.
So you've not dealt with any suitable men in your life that were marriage minded?
I did not know how to look for that at the time. No.
But the answer is you had. You just didn't know.
Yes.
So you weren't really looking because if you weren't available to receive it. So do you make room for the possibility of the fact that this is what tends to happen with women? You're hypergamous. You want a man to have at least what you have. What happens the longer you work in your profession? You make more money. The older one gets, the more you've experienced. You want a man that's way up here, but your sexual marketplace value is down here relative to this. And if this man is up here, just like you would have to settle, he'd have to settle. Is it fair to ask him to settle?
No.
And he's not going to. And if you don't actually get somebody, and what happens? Do you earn over six figures?
No, I don't.
Have
Not
you
right
ever
now.
earned six figures?
Excuse me?
Wait, I was getting an idea that she was a high earner, six-figure woman. I mean, she may be making a pretty good salary, but from the beginning of the clip when watching it, I was given the impression that, you know, she was this elite professional who, you know, dresses in style and high fashion, you know, but well, Kevin's going to get to the crux of these things here. Is she a woman that overinflates her position here? Like people make a certain amount of money, but think it's actually here when it's actually here as well. And then she's inflating her sexual marketplace when she thinks it's here and it's actually here. Oh boy, let's keep it going here. Let's get back to the clip.
Have you ever earned over six figures?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
For how long?
3 years?
In LA?
Yes.
Over 200,000?
Not over 200,000.
Oh no.
Over 150?
Less than 150.
So due respect, you were making about
125.
So that was like making $63,000 in Atlanta.
Facts. LA, California. Ooh, you could be making six figures, but from the rest of the country, you ain't making nothing. Okay. $100,000 salary in California, LA, San Francisco, like I say, it's the equivalent 50, 60,000 in other places of the country. Of course, people are paying for the luxury. You're paying for that lifestyle. You're paying for the weather. Oh my Lord, I love LA. You know, I need to go back because Chicago's killing me, people. But she's putting herself here. No, it's a high amount of money that she made for 3 years, but technically, yo, you just a little bit above average, baby. Just a little bit above average.
So, ma'am, the way you kind of come across your image is like you're making $250,000 in Dallas or Houston.
That's what I just said, Kev.
Above average earning woman.
I just said that.
But you want a man who's making multiples more. What does your father do for a living?
My dad is unfortunately
What did he do for a living?
He was an X-ray tech and owned like real estate.
What did your mother do for a living?
He was an RN.
Okay. So
let me stop here, and I want to state this here for people to understand. I fell into this trap until I, woke up and started doing a little bit more homework and research that people are capping. The people who you think is really making money is not making no money at all. You know, this is a world of haves and have-nots, and there's a lot more have-nots. Instagram and this culture has got us believing that people are getting to the bag and getting this money here. In actuality, they're just overinflating their ego or just selling you something that's not actually true. You'd be surprised. How many people do you actually know who say they're here? they're really here and barely making it. So best believe, like Kevin said, she gave this image here. I thought that she was of this, high earner, well-to-do woman here. In actuality, she's just a little bit above average. And here's the thing. There is nothing wrong with above average. But the thing is that no one likes to be called average or just above average. People want to be exceptional or elite. And that's the problem we have today. But let's get back to the clip.
So your mother and father were middle class?
Yes.
Why in the hell are you looking for a rich man?
Because the guys, like I said, that I was meeting.
No, ma'am. You're middle class. Your degree is in what?
It was in sociology.
Sociology, one of those useless degrees.
Yeah.
So my first class in college was sociology.
From you is a woman who has this. I have this look, this air, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not an elite. You're middle class. You're from a middle class family, and you're out of your league.
Oof. You know what? On that one there, I want to pause the clip here for the video here. And Kevin, I just made a great point here. And I think this is for everybody here to understand. There's nothing wrong with average. There is nothing wrong with average. Or if you are just a little bit above average, there is a reason why that there's a 1%. It's a small class. Not everybody gets there. Okay. But the majority of people that we know is going to be average, but maybe even below average here. We have to live within our means. We have to be within our overall Skype here. Now, I'm not saying to put yourself in the box here, but we have to be realistic in the things that we already have. And then, of course, we have the goals to push on to the next level. But just as this woman here, she gave the impression that she probably made like $250,000 a year. She's dressing, she's going high fashion to these events and things. She wants a man on that level, of course. But we all know that a woman, when your status is here and then you want to put, that as a dating option, we don't look for that. But she gave this impression of that. And in actuality, she's a decent woman who makes a good salary. Ladies, don't overinflate yourself. How many men that she probably lost out on? Good quality men, high value men, may not be high earners, but high value men who could have treated her right, made her a wife, and made sure that she had her things taken care of. She had a truck driver, and she was false flagging of the truck driver. They're probably making the same amount of money because truck drivers make good money. And for her salary in California and the truck driver going across the country here, they're probably on the same plane, but she was projecting something else, an image that was not of her, what she wants to be, her representative. So guys, fellas, if you're watching this, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Kevin Samuels here? What are your thoughts on mine? Am I off base here? Let me know. I love the comments. Subscribe, like, let me know. On that topic here, I am that dude named Dave, and I'm out of here until next time. So I'll check you later.